Hey, I hated working in medical wards, not because of the work itself, but the sheer amount of death. You walk into these public hospitals wards and you can feel it. Patients are anxious, some dying before anyone can intervene. Family members are desperate, beds stretched beyond capacity. Health workers are drained, and yet the system keep asking us to carry on as if nothing happened. This is how dehumanization looks like in our Kenyan healthcare system. It is real and it hurts everyone. But perhaps the most painful part is watching good people, nurses, doctors, patients slowly lose their humanity in a system that does not care if you break. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how compassion dies in healthcare system. You might have seen it, you may have experienced it because I know I have. You see, when we come into healthcare, we don't come in cold. We come in very hopeful, wanting to heal, to help, to make a difference. We come in believing that care is presence, dignity, humanity, but then reality hits like a ton of bricks. One morning, I walked into the ward and realized that 9 patients had died overnight. 9 patients, one night. Critically ill patients left in a general ward that couldn't support them. Not because anyone did not try or did not care, but what can we do? No ICU beds, staffing stretched too thin, no monitor to track patient progress. As a matter of fact, monitoring patient meant walking from bed to bed, watching every breath and every movement. We used to call this ward a small morgue. I know it sounds horrible, but that wasn't a joke. It was a reflection of the grim reality that healthcare workers had to deal with every single day. That ward had an extremely high mortality rate. And yet, one nurse was expected to care for 40, sometimes 60 patients, critically ill patients needing constant care and monitoring. And as you've guessed it, that was not going to happen. That wasn't healthcare, it was survival. And every time it broke something in me, every time it broke something inside, the seasoned health workers could tell me the same thing. You got to grow a thick skin. Sure, I know they were just looking out for me. I'm sure they were just trying to protect me because caring too much in a system like this could destroy you. But I never bought that. That never sat right with me because growing thick skin does not mean strength. It means learning how to look away, learning how to ignore the pleas of the patient, numbing myself to suffering. And I realized something terrifying. To survive, I was being asked to lose myself. And that's how dehumanization happens. Not in one dramatic moment, but slowly by slowly, day by day, patients start becoming numbers, beds become statistics, death become expected outcome. We stop asking how you doing, how you coping, and start asking is that file complete? Pain become paperwork. Grief become an inconvenience. Not because we do not care, but caring in a broken system comes at a personal cost that we are not supported to carry. But let me be clear, this did not start with the health workers. It starts at the top when leaders make policies without ever stepping in the wards. When officials talk about healthcare as numbers or statistics instead of human lives, when the system normalizes unsafe ratios and correct efficiency. And when a patient suffers, the blame never travels upwards, it always stops with us. When one nurse is responsible of 40 to 60 patients, compassions become a liability. And the cruel part is they set us up for failure and they leave us holding the pieces. That's how moral injury looks like. Knowing the right thing to do, but being structurally prevented from doing it. Carrying a brain that does not belong to you, being told to be resilient in an environment designed to break you. And slowly, we gotta have to make a choice. We are forced to make a choice to adapt. We harden and grow the so called thick skin. You remember that health worker that seemed cold or rude? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Or opt out and leave because staying means losing yourself piece by piece. But that is what I refuse to accept, that dehumanization is inevitable, that compassion is weakness. Every time we see a patient as a person, every time we choose kindness, every time we speak up, we resist. The system may deny us of dignity, support, and rest, but does not get to our humanity unless we surrender it. That's why I'm speaking up today, because silence is how compassion dies and truth is how it survives. Please join this cause, join this conversation, share your experiences in the comment section below. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.